Alright, this video we're going to talk about evaluating polynomial expressions, meaning plugging in numbers into quantities that have multiple terms in them. So we're going to start with our f of x value is going to be 3x squared minus 5x plus 8. And so we are going to plug in some numbers. The number inside of these parentheses is what we're going to replace where x is. So I have f of 2. That means I'm going to replace every x with the number 2. So 3 times 2 squared minus 5 times 2 plus 8. All right. So I need to do these exponents first. I need to get rid of this exponent, this positive 2 exponent up here, before I can multiply the 3. And you might be thinking, wait, PEMDAS starts with parentheses, so I should distribute. However, I can't distribute into anything if there's an exponent out there first. If this wasn't an exponent, then I would do the 3 times 2 first. However, I need to get rid of this exponent technically first, okay? So I need to do that. So 2 to the second power is going to be a 4. So 3 times 4. And I'm going to copy everything else down because that's the only part that had an exponent in it. Next, now I'm going to actually do the parentheses and just multiply, because I don't have to have parentheses here technically. I could just have a dot to represent multiplication. Okay. So next is multiplication in my order of operations. So 3 times 4 is 12, minus sign, 5 times 2 is 10, plus 8. So next in the order of operations, I just have adding and subtracting left over. So I'm just going to go from left to right. So 12 minus 10 is a 2, and I'm going to copy my plus 8. So my final result for f of 2 is going to be worth 10, and I'll put that back up here. Okay. So we just plugged in a positive 2 where every x was. Now we're going to look at f of negative 3. So same idea. We're replacing each x with a negative 3. Okay, so I have to do the exponent first. So negative 3 to the second power, which means negative 3 times negative 3 is going to be a positive 9. Make sure you think about your answer too. If you're not using your calculator, did you do this correctly? So negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Okay. Next I'm going to multiply everything that needs to be multiplied. 3 times 9 is 27. Negative, and then I have 5 times negative 3 is negative 15, plus my 8. So this really turns into a plus sign right here. Okay. So 27 plus 15, that's going to give me a value of 42. And I have this plus 8 here. So my final result is going to be a 50. Okay, so just like I wrote before, I'll just write it up here. F of negative 3, that value is worth 50 when we plugged it in. Okay. Let's look at another with our same f of x equation. I'm just going to rewrite it down here. Except now we're going to bring another variable in to the problem. Okay. A lot of what their mistakes were on the test were not doing this squared first. You multiply the 3 times 2 first. And 3 times 2 is going to be a 6, and if I square 6, it's not worth this 12, okay? So it's not equivalent to do it the opposite order.